Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the lands of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Liv. Incredible as always. You may be seated. And now, I'd like to introduce Mariana Applewood.
Thank you, Chief Buck, for getting us started today. Welcome, everyone. Thank you to the Fire Department Honor Guard, and of course to Liv Garcia, who did an amazing job and got us started on today's program. I'd like to take a few moments right now to recognize and thank the Township Board of Directors, Chairman Dr. Dan Schneider, Vice Chairman Kyle Watson, Secretary Linda Nelson, Treasurer Richard Franks, and Directors Brad Bailey, Dr. Shelley Sabula Gibbs, and Cindy Heiser. I'd also like to recognize and thank retired Brigadier General and Judge Court of Law Hackney, as well as Jane Polian with Congressman Dan Crenshaw's office. Please help me thank these individuals for their leadership and dedication to the Woodlands. A special thank you to all those who generously donated care packages. We have the Village Troop Donation Challenge going on. We are still accepting items. If you're unable to donate today, you can still donate at our office. You can deliver them between 8 a.m. and 5:30 p.m. through this Friday. And when you do donate, please let them know what village you are in so we can record that. As I said, we're having a challenge. So these packages are received and they are distributed to our active duty servicemen and women who are serving in the United States. So this is a very special treat for them, and we're very excited to do this for them. At this time, please help me welcome Chairman Dr. Dan Schneider, who will get us started this afternoon.
As always, thank you, Marina, very much. And we are so honored to have each and every one of you with us today. And I think we deserve another round of applause for this very special young lady who has been absolutely beautiful. It's truly an honor to stand before you today in the presence of our veterans, their families, and members of this incredible community that so many of us call home. And we come together today to express our deepest gratitude for the sacrifices made for those who have served in the United States Armed Forces. You know, Veterans Day is more than just a day on the calendar. It's a powerful, powerful reminder of the freedom that we honor all veterans' contributions, not just today, but throughout the year, by supporting and recognizing the sacrifices that you have made for all of us. So to commemorate our support as a community of the Woodlands Township for Veterans Day, we have asked Director Linda Nelson to read a township proclamation. Director Nelson.
Good afternoon. I had the honor of starting my day at Shenandoah, opened up a new Veterans Memorial this morning, and it was just absolutely beautiful. If you ever get a chance to go, make sure you go in there. And then I went right to CISD Veterans Day, and to see these young students honoring the flag the way they did, and then to be here with all of you, it's just a perfect day. I can't think of a better way to spend the day. Okay, so I'm going to read a proclamation. Be it proclaimed, whereas we have a sacred trust with those who wear the uniform of the United States of America, and whereas our nation's servicemen and women are all best and brightest, enlisting in times of peace and war, serving with honor under the most difficult circumstances, and making sacrifices that many of us cannot even begin to imagine. And whereas we pay tribute to all who have worn the uniform and continue to serve their country as civilians, protecting the greatest country in the world. And whereas our veterans continue to stand up for those timeless American ideals of liberty, self-determination, and equal opportunity. And whereas on Veterans Day, we honor the heroes who were lost, and we rededicate ourselves to the next generation of veterans by supporting our soldiers, sailors, airmen, Marines, and Coast Guardsmen as they return home from duty. Now, therefore, with respect for and in recognition of the contributions our servicemen and women have made to the cause of peace and freedom around the world, the Woodlands Township Board of Directors encourage all residents and businesses in the Woodlands to recognize the valor and sacrifice of our veterans through appropriate ceremonies, prayers, and other expressions of affirmation, and proclaim today, November 11, 2024, as Veterans Day in the Woodlands, Texas. Thank you.
Thank you, Director Nelson. At this time, let's observe a moment of silence to honor all of our fallen heroes who have made the ultimate sacrifice of life to protect our freedom. Following the moment of silence, we'll have a musical performance by Patrick Shannon. his courage and dedication in Vietnam. Since then, he has dedicated his career to building and supporting communities, including his service right here in our hometown, the Woodlands. His commitment to service, both in uniform and as a community leader, reflects the true spirit of all veterans, those who continue to inspire us each and every day. Please join me in welcoming Director Richard Price.
Good afternoon. It is truly an honor to stand before you today as a proud veteran and to reflect on what it means to serve in the U.S. military. Serving in the United States military is about camaraderie, sacrifice, and standing up for something bigger than yourself. To all my fellow veterans here today, your service, your sacrifices, and your dedication continue to inspire me. Thank you. I'm proud to have stood beside so many of you, and I'm proud of the work we did together. As we honor all those who serve, let's remember that our journey didn't end the day we took off our uniforms. The bond we share and the lessons we carry stay with us forever. Veterans Day is more than a day on the calendar. It's a powerful reminder of the freedom we enjoy because of those who answered the call to defend them. Today we reflect on the courage, dedication, and resilience demonstrated by your service members, who often endure great hardships and risks to protect our way of life. Their service stands as a testament to the highest ideals of duty, honor, and country. And it's up to us to ensure that we continue to honor their contributions, not just today, but throughout the year, by supporting it and recognizing the sacrifice made in service to us all. Thank you for allowing me to share this moment with you today. We're especially honored to have Dr. Z.J. Alley as our keynote speaker. Please welcome Dr. Alley as a tireless advocate for veterans and humanitarian causes. Thank you.
Well, good evening, Woodlands. How many veterans do we have in this room? Raise your hands right now. I think we have about 10-15% of them. Please give us a round of applause. So when they asked me that I need to come and be a keynote speaker in Woodlands, I was perplexed. Why me? Why not a general? Why not a colonel? Why just a simple soldier from a foreign country? Why me? And this is supposed to show that how people in America think. They don't think about status and symbols. They think about values. And this is a story I want to share with you about 3.5 decades ago. I was reading a book about history. And there was this country which came and colonized, actually won 2 wars, and gave the territory away. There is nowhere in history where a country went and won a war and gave up its territory. It was this nation which does that. And I said, wow, this is the country which sent a man to the moon in the air, right? Give us the jet engine, the X-ray, and for worse reasons, Coca-Cola. Where there was no water, there was Coca-Cola. And so America is just not a country. It's about those people who came from everywhere and they created something so beautiful. And I'm wearing this pin that says Prodeo et Patra. It's in Latin, which means for God and country. It was not founded because of a family or some bloodline. I was born in a feudal family. So blood was more important than, and the last thing was important. Your tribe was important, your language. In America, it was about empirical. Like, who are you as a person? What can you contribute? And it gave a leveling ground. And this is the reason I raise my right hand to die for strangers. Strangers who do not identify me with language it supported that rule, that bill, it supported that soldier. So I want to take this time to thank the taxpayers here. Because it's with your support, the soldier happens. And when the soldier happens, the Constitution is protected and safe. So give yourself a round of applause for paying those taxes to make the greatest military happen. So I want to close, I don't want to give a long speech, but I want to close with something important that, yes, we have done all these great things in the past, but remember your grandchildren, your children, they might not have those things that we have today. Sometimes we talk about America used to be amazing 20, 30 years ago. America is still amazing. There are so many kids all over the world. I have traveled maybe 108 countries. I've lived in 7. I speak 9 languages. I can tell you from their poetries and their history books how important America is. How important these taxpayers are who wake up in the morning and pay those taxes diligently without cutting any corners, without breaking any rules. And they are, this is a country built on the Constitution. Most countries are built on religion or some kind of king or tribe or language. This country was built on ideals. Those young men who crossed that river and fought back a river, many, many hundred years ago, 250 something years ago. I'm so grateful for that moment. I'm so grateful for America to happen. And so we should take the time to thank the soldier who goes into the coldest place, the hottest place, the dirtiest place, the dangerous place, and fights for all of you. That is that soldier. And it's the most noble profession to die and even live and stand for something. For a stranger. That's beautiful. So thank you for taking the time.
Move to station 30.
Thank you for taking the time to, you've got a federal holiday, you could have been at home watching something. But you came out to stand for these soldiers. And I'm that soldier. I'm still serving. It's 14 years. And it's like the natural high. There is nothing which is more amazing to come and serve with those people who just serve because. And of course, the military has given me so much. It's given me my citizenship, gave me ownership in the country. 14 years, I went to my school, master's, doctorate, I bought a house. All of this possible because of the US military. And because of those taxpayers who go to the representatives and fight for that soldier. So please continue doing the great job. And so that the next generation of soldiers, when they come out, they are as much egalitarian and amazing as a human being as we had 100, 200, 250 years ago. So thank you.
Thank you so much to Dr. A.J. Ali and also to Director Franks for coming up here and showing us the importance of celebrating today and honoring our veterans. So we really appreciate you taking the time and sharing your stories with us. Not only did we learn about the importance of Veterans Day, we learned about the foundation of today's events that stems from our community's desire to honor, support, and thank the veterans of the Woodlands Township. As we celebrate today, we are truly grateful for the noble men and women who have fought to protect our freedom to enjoy this beautiful community. By recognizing Veterans Day in the Woodlands Township, our hope is to provide a proper welcome home for those who have recently returned home from active duty, as well as give thanks to those who have courageously served in the past. Veterans Day is an official United States federal holiday which honors our fellow men and women who have served in armed services known as veterans. It coincides with other holidays such as Armistice Day and Remembrance Day, which are celebrated in other parts of the world and also mark the anniversary of the end of World War I. Today we are reminded of the brave men and women who have Veterans Day gives Americans the opportunity to celebrate the bravery and sacrifice of all U.S. veterans. At this time, we would like to acknowledge and recognize all veterans in attendance who have fought to protect our freedom through the salute to the Armed Forces medley. When you hear your branch song, please stand if you are able and wave so that we may recognize you. And now please welcome back Patrick Simon. well as our board of directors. They do a fantastic job of really encouraging community. And it's a beautiful day, and I appreciate y'all letting me be here today to share this with you. So let us remember that honoring the veterans is more than an expression of thanks. It is a commitment to uphold the values they have defended to carry forward this legacy of service in our own lives. Thank you all.